Hello everyone and welcome to or welcome back to Tinderloss Gaming and episode 2 of my Arkham Horror 3rd edition board game, The Dead Cry Out scenario. So let's get across to the table and see whereabouts we're at. Here we are. We've completed basically one turn of the game. Norman, let's start off with Zoe. Zoe's managed to get hold of an ally that's taken a little bit of damage. She's over here at Miskatonic University. So we'll see what she's going to do when she has her turn. We've then got Norman, who is in a bit of trouble. He was transported, unfortunately, over to Hibbs Roadhouse when it was the unstable space. And there was 2 monsters in his space. One is the Haunting Dead, which is elusive, which means we don't engage with it automatically. And the other one is the Tunnel in the Hole, which is massive, I believe. Oh no, it's not. It's just a lurker. But he is engaged with that because it hasn't got elusive. So I've brought that down here so I remember it. Let's show you what the Tunnel in the Hole is. It's got 3 health. It's got -1 when you attack it and -1 when you evade it. It does give you a reckoning, and it's got it's going to do 2 damage and 1 sanity to us if it's still alive when it attacks. And it says after this monster attacks, it disengages all investigators and moves directly to the unstable space. The unstable space at the moment is St Mary's Hospital, which is down here. So he's engaged with that, and then we've got Deanna over here at French Hill. She's also got an ally, and she's taken a Dark Pact, and she's got a couple of spells as well as a result of that Dark Pact, and she's got a Taloned Cannibal near her as well. We've got a Vicious Glutton on the board and a Gluttonous Giant over here that are sort of heading towards the Most Doom, which is the Vale of Fnath in the middle. And I think that's where we got to. We managed to get 1 clue onto the scenario sheet, and we also managed didn't manage, but there's also 1 doom on the scenario sheet as well. We're looking to get 3 clues on there. Also, on the opposite side, we've got 3 doom as well. We've got clues at north side, we've got clues at uptown, and we've got clues at south side, which is really where we'd like to be. So this is where we kick off the action phase. What do we do? What do we do? Well, we really want to be, I think we're going to start off with Zoe, who's going to move back into the north side. And I think what she's going to do is she's going to go 1, 2, spend $1, and then she's going to move back in, I think. Yeah, let's go to the train station. That could be good for her. That was her first action. Her second action, I think she's going to focus. She's going to focus on her strength. So we'll give her a focus token. So she's now focused. So those are her 2 actions. Then I think we're going to go with Deanna. I think we're going to go to Deanna. And I think she's going to use her Cool the Storm. She's going to try and help Norman out, I think. Or does she get the other ally? this Talon Cannibal is going to move. It's got two. It's going to go 1, 2 to there. If we don't get that ally, which is then going to put another doom onto the scenario sheet. Norman could be in a bit of trouble. Let's go for it. We're going to risk it. We are going to risk it. This could be a good move, could be a bad move, but I'm conscious on the so when this Bound to Darkness Codex card came in, previously when we gained an ally, we put a clue onto the scenario sheet, but now it doesn't allow us to do that. But if we don't get that ally, this Talon Cannibal is gonna narc it. So we're going to go with Deanna. First action is going to move. We're going to move into the street or the bridge. And then second action, she's going to get this ally. Flip one bystander in your space and gain it as an ally card. So we're going to do that. And she's going to get Delphinia Bell. Action, you may spend one remnant or to focus one skill of your choice, even if it exceeds your focus limit. Wow, she's good. 1 health, 4 sanity. So Deanna's going to get her. So she's moved and she's done an action to get the ally. Doesn't put a clue on the scenario sheet, annoyingly, but that is what it is. And that leaves us with Norman, who's in a bit of trouble with this tunneling the hole. So first things first, he is going to try and evade. But he's only got an observation of 3, which is what you use to evade. The tunneling the hole is -1 to that, so he'd be rolling 2 dice, needing a 5 or a 6. You can't do find gate because that is an action, and the only things that you can do when you're engaged with a monster is focus, attack, or evade. Let's try it. First action is to evade. Come on, Norman. Come on. Ugh. No, a 1 and a 4. The reason why I didn't focus to start off with was because I needed to move him so he's out of the space, because the monster is just going to ready at the end of the monster phase. So if I don't try and evade to start off with, then I'm just sat there. Oh, actually, no, because I still can't do the fine gate. Okay, that's that. So second action, he'll focus, and he'll focus his observation. So he's now at his focus limit. That's slightly frustrating. Okay. We then go on to the monster phase. Each ready monster activates usually by moving. So these two, the gluttonous giant is going to move towards the most doom. So it's going to go 1, 2 into there. Same with the vicious glutton. It's going to move into there. They both got the same thing, move towards the most doom. So they're now going to hang about in there. This Talon Cannibal is going to move towards and engage the lowest with influence. Deanna's 2, Zoe's 2, Norman is 1. So what's going to happen is he's going to go 1, 2 towards Norman and then engage with Deanna. Because he's not elusive or anything like that, because he ends in my space, becomes engaged with me. So I'm going to take 1 horror and 1 sanity. We'll put 1 horror onto Delphenia. And we'll put 1 onto Zoe. And then Haunting Dead doesn't do anything because it's elusive. But what does it do? Place 1 doom in this space. So we're going to put 3. Just make sure 4 or more doom is the outbreak. So that's the Haunting Dead done. And then we've just got the tunneling D hole. Who's going to do 2 damage and 1 sanity. So Norman's now going to be a 4 of 5. Ouch. And then 1 sanity. That is not looking good for Norman. After this monster attacks, it disengages all investigators and moves to the unstable space, which is St. Mary's Hospital. That's not too bad. Norman has got to do some recovery. We could go to Velma's Diner. Costs money. These little symbols down here sort of give you an idea roughly of what you're going to be getting. What you're roughly going to be getting when you go there. I mean, Velma's Diner, you can spend money to recover. I think that's what he's going to do next turn. So that is it for Norman. Oh, sorry, that is it for the monster phase. I don't think it does anything else. Flip the tunnel and the hole back over. I think that's it. Encounter phase. Okay, right, we'll start off with Zoe, who's going to get an encounter at the train station up at Northside. So this is the clue one, and you can see that that is relevant by this one here. And we are at the train station. So the train station says, the salesman offers you a sample of his wares. If you pass out a few flyers, gain 1 common item. Gain 1 common item. Well, Zoe is definitely going to take the shotgun, which is a common item, common weapon. Gets +5 as part of an attack action. So she's going to gain that. And then it says you agree and set off. Influence. He's only got 2 influence. No passes. If you pass, he makes. If you fail, being a salesperson is a lot harder than you thought. Become fatigued. Oh my god. Where's me fatigued? Oh, okay. Become fatigued. And fatigued is this card. If you are driven, discard this card. You cannot become driven, but we're not. So while resolving a test, as an additional cost to re-roll 1 or more dice, remove 1 dice from that test. After you perform a focus action, discard this card. That's fatigued. Now, because we didn't pass, we didn't get the clue. Now, what you do in these circumstances is you get the card, the clue card, you get 2 of the top cards from your area. And then basically what you do is you try the best you can to shuffle 3 cards. And then you put them back on top. So somewhere in there, those top 3 cards is the clue card that we need. All right. So that was Zoe. We're then going to get Norman, who's not engaged, so he will have an encounter at Hibbs Roadhouse, which is East Town. Hibbs Roadhouse. You savour a discreet drink. You or an ally may recover 2 sanity. Well, he'll recover 1. He's only got 1. You follow a man in the robes of the Order out the side entrance. Test will. Wow, finally a success. 1-5. Oops. There's 1-5. There. And if you fail, whether you pass or not, you clear his mind and find an elder. Return this card to the archive. Okay. 161. Oh, that could have, that. God, didn't look at that. That could have killed us. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, that was it for Norman. And then Deanna is going to get 1 in the streets, which is these ones here. And she's on a bridge. The bridge. The sailor in the knit cap glowers at you as you pass him. Before warning you about travelling through the city alone. You may become delayed to ask him if he'd seen anything. If you do, he tells you that his partner never came back from the shore leave and he suspects something waylaid. Spawn 1 clue. Delayed. Let's have a look at what delayed does. Okay. My apologies, that was my fault. She shouldn't have got that from the streets because she's engaged with an enemy. Sorry, she's engaged with the cannibal. So she shouldn't have done that. So we'll forget about that. Okay, we then move on to the ever so delightful mythos phase. And we'll start with Zoe, as per normal. She's going to get gate burst. Gate burst. Take the top card of the event deck, which is at Miskatonic University. Place one doom on each space of its neighbourhood. Shuffle the card into the discard and place it on the bottom. Okay, so one doom in each of the areas. 1, 2, 3. We then take the discard pile. We then take this card. We then shuffle them up without looking. We'll try our best not to look. We'll look around. We'll fold those up, and then those go at the bottom of the pile. So that was Zoe's first one. Second one is going to be a clue. Right, so clue is going to go at Miskatonic University. That goes there, like that. And then we take the top two cards. Take that card, and then we shuffle it in. It's quite difficult to shuffle 3 cards. So that's that. So that's Zoe done. We go to Norman, whose first one is going to be, a clue. That's going to be in the underworld. Goes there. Top 2 cards of the underworld. Again, shuffle. Second one for Norman is going to be Doom. That's going to be at Hibbs Roadhouse. Hibbs Roadhouse continues to be the unstable space. So that's Norman done. Then first one for Deanna. Oh, headline. I hate headlines. Street gangs come to Arkham. Crude initiation rites. Young men prone to peer pressure. New England Women's Club concerned. Police advise travel in pairs. Test strength. 3. 3 for Deanna. She gets a success. She becomes wanted and gains 1 common item. Oh, I should have done this. We've got a Mythos Tome +3 when she's casting a spell, when they're casting a spell. So, you become wanted and gain 1 common item. So we need wanted. Bloody hell. Poor old Deanna. Wanted. Here we go. We'll give these a shuffle. And we'll take that one. So we can see what wanted is. Wanted is discard any reputation talents. No, she hasn't got any. You may not gain reputation talents, and then reckoning, she's going to test her influence. And if she fails, she's going to flip the card. Wow, Deanna's getting a fair amount of stuff going on. And that was that. Oh, gain 1 common item. She'll take the encyclopedia. She'll take the encyclopedia. Choose an investigator in your space. That investigator rolls 2 additional dice during their next test this round. Wow. I need to remember that. And then we're going to draw another card for here, which is going to be painkillers. Ignore the pain. You can just take 2 damage on it. That was her first one. So last one for the mythos phase is going to be a blank. Now there is something to do with blanks, isn't there? Yes. When you draw a blank, and we'll do a shifting path. Let's put it under there. When you draw a blank mythos token from the mythos cup, do the following. Set aside all components on the hidden path. Well, there isn't any. Flip the hidden path and move it clockwise around the underworld tile to the next corner. Place a random corner adjacent to the underworld tile. Return all of them there. Okay, so we take this. We're going to flip it. We're going to do that. And then that goes like that there. That's it for the mythos phase. We're going to go to the action phase. Right. Norman. Let's start off with Norman. He's got $1. So that might be okay. Because I'm planning on ending the turn in Velma's diner. But the first action, he's going to do a ward action. So he's going to test Law of 4. He's 3 plus his focus. To try and ward some of this stuff. Whoa. He gets 3 successes. So he's going to get rid of all 3 doom. He's got, after you remove 2 or more doom from your space, you may suffer 1 horror to research a clue. He hasn't got any clues at the moment, unfortunately. I think that's it. If you remove 2 or more, you gain 1 remnant. I knew there was something in there. So he's going to gain a remnant. That was his first action. His second action is literally just going to move to Velma's diner and hopefully pick up some sort of healing, because he's got 4 of 5. So we're in trouble. Gonna have a pause for a sec. Okay, right, that's Norman gone. We're gonna move, we're gonna go to Deanna. Actually, no, let's do Zoe first, because she's gonna hang around up in the north side. She really would like to get that clue. think that's what she's going to do. Yeah. No, not a lot for Zoe to do. She's the beast as well. She's got the shotgun and everything. She's just a bit. She's just a bit out on the limb there for the time being. I mean, I am thinking about moving her down here to start warding. I mean, she's not great at warding. Mind you, she's 3. Game makes you think. Right, well, I'm thinking about Zoe. I'll come back to Deanna. And she's going to move for her first action. Oh, it's not connected. I have to go through there. That's annoying. I thought I was coming through there, but it's not. It's there or there. Oh, frustrating. Okay, I think I've worked out what I'm doing. So I'm going to go with Deanna. Money. She hasn't lost any health. I think what she's going to go is do 1, 2 to there to be at the funeral home. And then she's going to do second action. She's going to do clairvoyance. At the start. Oh, hang on a sec. Let's do this in the right order. At the start of your turn, you may test law. And then if I've passed, look at the top card of a number of neighbourhood decks up to your test result. Of those, you may discard 1 non-event card. So let's do that. She's going to test law 4. I need 1 success, really. She gets 2. She gets 2 successes. It does cost her a sanity. We'll put that on Zoe. Zoe's 1 and 1. Look at the top card of a number of neighbourhood decks up to your test result. Of those, you may discard 1 non-event card. Of those, you may discard 1 non-event card. Okay, so we will look definitely at north side. We'll definitely look at north side. And we'll look at south side as well. So, north side, where Zoe is, that isn't a clue card, so we're going to discard it. And we're going to look at south side. which is the clue, side. So we can't discard it anyway, but that's definitely going to stay there. That was her first action. She's taken her sanity for that, and then she's going to move. She's coming down to south side. So she's going to go 1, 2 to south side. Zoe is now going to stay in north side. She is going to focus. She's going to focus her law. Or is she going to take her will? No, she's going to focus her will. Will's better for her. So she's at a focus limit of 2 now. She can get rid of fatigued because she's focused. After you perform a focused action, discard this card. So fatigued is gone. And I'm afraid to say, I think that's all she can do. Oh no, she's going to gain $1. She'll gain $1 for a second action. So that's Zoe gone. Okay, that's it. We move to the monster phase. Tunneling the hole is going to stay there. It's a lurker, but each investigator in this neighbourhood suffers 2 damage. Well, there's nobody in there, so we're all good with that. We're then going to Vicious Glutton and Gluttonous Giant have both got patrol, move towards the most doom. Well, that's still tied. These 3 are tied. Orne Library, Mary's Hospital, Vale have all got 2, so they're just going to stay there. They don't do anything else, I don't think. No, just going to stay there. And the Haunting Dead place 1 doom on this space. There we go. That's it, I think, for the monster phase. Thank goodness this time. Encounter phase. Well, let's start off with Zoe. She's at the train station in Northside. Is this the clue card? Yes, it is. A salesman offers you blah, blah, blah. Gain a common item. I think she'll just take the painkillers. She doesn't need the baseball bat. Although no, I'm just going to take the painkillers. I'm going to take the painkillers for Zoe. Then we get into the mix. Buying clothes. Once per round, you may pay half price, rounding up, while buying an item. Okay, not great. Then we read the rest. Influence. Oh, maybe I should have focused influence. Too late now. Too late now. Oh, I should have focused influence. I forgot about that. Come on. Come on, Zoe. 1 success. Yes! Sorry. We got a 5. We got a 5, which means we get the clue. We get the clue. So that goes on Zoe's card. That's it. That now goes into there. And the train station becomes the unstable space. Okay, Norman is at Velma's Diner. So he's in East Town and he's going to take a card. Velma's Diner. One of Velma's servers is handing out small baked goods from a push cart on your street. You or an ally recovers 2 health. Boom. That's good. Perfect for Norman. You may spend $1 to tip the woman running your snack cart. If you do, she gives you an extra muffin and you become blessed. Oh, yes. I have got $1. I have got $1 and I am going to become blessed. Oh, it's so good. That is so good. Blessed. Opposite of cursed. Blessed is good in this game. So basically, when we're resolving tests, 4s and 5s and 6s counts as successes. After you fail a test, discard this card. If you become cursed, then discard it as well. That is really good. Right, now it's time to get Norman rolling. That's Norman's encounter, and oh, I forgot about the Talon Cannibal. No, that's before we do anything. We're going to go back to the monster phase. Bugger. Oh no. Sugar. Oh, that's so bad. That's my fault. Completely my fault. I'm going to stay there. That's probably mucked it up a little bit. But anyway, Talon Cannibal is going to attack. Will attack me for 2. 2 and 1. So I'm going to put them all on Deanna as a punishment to myself for that. 2 and 1. Ah, oh, so annoying. And she doesn't get an encounter. That's frustrating. So she wouldn't have moved. Oh, such a silly bugger, MB. Put it there. Let's try and take this back as far as we could go. So if she didn't move, she could have attacked. All right, let's try and put this right. I couldn't have done clairvoyance. It's too far. I'm too far gone with clairvoyance now because I've chosen cards. So I'm going to go back. I've done the clairvoyance. That's my mistake. And then my second action. Actually, I'll take the two off for the time being. Apologies for this. This is what happens in this game. Ended up doing a load of hot tub time machines. So we're going to not take the damage yet because her second action is going to be to attack the Taloned Cannibal. She's rolling 3 dice as her strength. -1. So we'll roll that. Because I'm going to use, just to say what I'm going to do. So I'm attacking normally just with my strength. That's all she's got, which is 3. -1 for the Talon Cannibal is just 2 dice, which is also going to do Wither as well. As part of an attack action, you may test law -1, add your test results to the test result of the attack action. So I am doing an attack action. So I'm allowed to do that when I'm engaged. So I'll roll the attack. We've got 1 hit. So we don't really need to do the Wither. Because it's got 2 health. I do need to do that. So law -1, so it's 3 dice. So we'd add that to her attack action. So she's done 3 damage to the taloned cannibal. So that kills the cannibal. I get a remnant. I don't take the 1 and 1, but I do take the 1 sanity, which I'll put on Delphina for using the wither spell. And the talon cannibal goes to the top of the list. Whoa. And then we're going to whiz forward in time back to the encounter phase. And I will still now take an encounter on the bridge because she's not engaged anymore. Got there in the end, MB. Got there in the end. She's on a bridge. You spot something bobbing in the water under the bridge, and as you get closer, you can make out a humanoid shape in the murky water. Test will. Oh gosh, she's only got 1 will. She's only got 1. And she succeeds. Here we go. Here we go. You can't see that, but that's a 5. If you pass, you take a deep breath and climb down to find a corpse with a large pale violet flower jammed into its black and bloated. Gain 1 remnant. Nice. She's got 2 remnants now. And that goes to the bottom of the streets. That's all 3 encounters done. We go to the mythos phase. We will start off, as we always do, with Zoe. What's Zoe going to get? There's not many left in here. Oh, if I can get my fingers in it. First one for Zoe is a blank. So basically, we flip this over. Let me spin it round. And then it does. Basically, that, like that, to there. And then the second one for Zoe is a Doom. And we're going to put Doom at St Mary's Hospital. So St Mary's Hospital, actually these guys are now going to start coming back down here. And that's it for the bag. What you do now is you grab them all together. Chuck them all back in the bag. Give them a good old shuffle up. And then we're going to draw the first one for Norman, which is a clue. Handy. And that's going to be north side. North side. 2 cards for north side. 1, 2. North side. Second one for Norman. Headline. Oh, God, I hate these headlines. We have got police do your jobs. Opinion, Arkham more dangerous now than ever. Top cops should reform, force or step aside. For each clue in your neighbourhood, or you suffer 1 damage or 1 horror. Hey! Boom! No clues in East Town. So that's very rare. The headline deck doesn't do anything. So that's it for the 2. Then we're going to go to Deanna, who's going to get a clue, which is going to be north side. Oh, hello. Zoe sort of seems to be the wrong person up in Northside. 1, 2. Northside done. And then the last pull of the game, or last pull for this scenario, is blank, which means we do this, we flip it over, we do that, and let's do that. Doesn't really make too much difference at the moment. It's going to go there. And there we go. Have those out there so we can see what's been pulled. And that is it for this session. We're now at what, 50 odd minutes, so we'll call it there. I mean, we don't seem to be getting, we've got a load of clues out now. Zoe's fairly tooled up. She's got painkillers. She gets +1 strength as part of an attack action. She really needs to be coming down, because with her shotgun, she's going to be rolling 3, 4, 5, 10 dice. Norman is now blessed, which means we need to get him some good stuff as well. Some weapons or whatever. His law's pretty good at 4. His strength isn't great, so he's probably better off getting some spells. Where can we get spells from? Silver Twilight Lodge. Might be worth coming down to the Silver Twilight Lodge for Norman. We need to get to Southside as well, because we know that that top card there is definitely a clue. Anyway, here we go. That's it for this turn, or for this session. Hope you're enjoying the playthrough. And if you could, that'd be really appreciated. Make some comments. Let me know how badly I'm doing, what I've missed. Apologies, I missed the thing. I need to keep the monsters on the board. When I put them down here, they get lost in my head. So and remember that. I'll do that going forward. But I think we put most of it right. I couldn't put the clairvoyance bit right because I'd already drawn cards and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Thank you very much for watching. Like I say, like, comment, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We've got 211 subscribers now, so thank you very much to all your subscribers. I've got a Discord channel on the go, so please hop over. There's a link in the description for the Discord if you want to join it, and we'll go from there. Anyway, you take care of yourselves. Ta-da for now.